Welcome to our Wednesday Dumbbells with Dave class. Today all we have is one set of medium weight dumbbells. You can use other things as well, like resistance band. You can use cans. You can even use like a barbell. I will be explaining most of the exercises as a dumbbell, but I do have the comments on another screen here. So if you have questions as we go along, feel free to just put them in the comment box and I will respond to those. Just try to get rid of all these boxes here. We're going to start with a warm-up and a cool-down, or warm-up, then we'll go into our workout, finish with a cool-down. Just going to start with some simple arm swings while I talk through this. So palms are up, cross my body, palms are down, and then I alternate which arm is on top. So we have 3 groups. Each group we're going to do twice. And within each group there are 3 exercises, an upper body exercise, a lower body exercise, and a core exercise. The core exercises won't be using any resistance. And this is all rep-based. We're just going to be doing 10 reps of everything just because it is a little bit easier to manage from time perspective. I don't have to fiddle with the clock. And we're just going to go into some shoulder rotation. So I'm shrugging the shoulders up, bringing them back, and then depressing them. Going backwards here. We're going to go forwards. And if you're doing this from YouTube and you ever have any questions, feel free to just leave a comment on the video or reach out to me personally, whether it's through Facebook, through email, however you need to get a hold of me through Teams. I'm always happy to have a quick Teams call too. Go into some side leans, so I'm going to take the exaggerated step to the right, push my hips to the right while keeping my chest up, and then I just straighten up that leg and then go back into leaning in that direction to the right. Ongoing right now is our personal best program. So this isn't part of, this class isn't part of that program, but maybe you're doing it because it is convenient for you in that program. We're switching sides here. And with that, with that program, I'd be happy to meet with you on Teams as well and discuss your goals. I'm slowly getting through the participants through that and setting up goals with individuals, with people who are struggling right now. So if you find yourself struggling, please sign up for that program so I can help you out. Hip hinge, push my hips back, crawling my hands along the front of my legs. This one's going to be extremely important for today. And then standing up, pulling back on those left fingers, arms overhead. Hips to the left, lean to the right. Hips to the right, lean to the left. I'm pulling back on those right fingers. This time I'm going to be pushing down on the left fingers. In terms of overall level of this class, I would say it's fairly intermediate. We just have one more that we're going to go through. I'm just going to move this camera a little bit more that way. I'll hide my mess though. Make sure. And our last warm-up is our bird dog. So quadruped position, extend opposite arm, opposite leg. Just to warm up our core a little bit more, warm up the brain a little bit. And it does get a little bit of glute activation if you focus on driving that heel back and bringing the knee in. And just a little bit of shoulder mobility as well. All right. I'll show you group one. Two, there's group one. We have our chest press, our glute bridges, and then our dead bugs. For our chest press, we're just going to be on our back. You could be using a bench if you'd like. Elbows slightly below shoulder height. I'm going to press up and bring my elbows all the way down to the ground without resting them on the ground. They're just going to touch. Again, I have medium weight dumbbells for all of this. Roll for 10. I'm going to breathe in as I lower and breathe out as I push up. That's 2. Nice controlled pace. Full range of motion. All the way down, all the way up. There's 8, 9, and 10. For the glute bridge, you don't need to do this, but if you want a little extra resistance, I just have the dumbbell resting on my hips. Push the hips up. This is a really great exercise if you have problems with your knees and you're still looking for lower body exercises. The glute bridge is an excellent way to go. So I'm just going to kick that off to the side. We're going to double up our reps on that one next time. We're going to do 20 reps next time. And then we're going to go into our dumbbells, or our dead bugs. So extend opposite arm, opposite leg. And then return to this position where your legs are bent at 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees at the knees, 90 degrees at the hips. And we count 1 when we do each side. So there's 4. Halfway. And it's been a while since you've been exercising. Have a little bit of self-compassion for yourself. You're not going to be where you're at, where you were at maybe, but at least you're trying to improve. So we'll just take a quick break. Make sure there's no comments. We're going to go into the chest press. Glute bridges, we're going to do 20 next time. And then we're going to do 10 dead bugs again. And then we'll move on. Something I like to do with the dumbbells is I'll get them resting on my legs so that when I come back, I can just push off from my legs and I'm in this ready position here. And then I can start whenever. We're going to start in 3, 2, and 1. Pushing up, breathing out. Lowering, breathing in. Keep those wrists, elbows, and shoulders stacked at the top. Wrists always staying over top of the elbows. And one more. Good. Good. Resting this dumbbell on my hip. Not something you need to do, but just adds a little extra resistance. All the way down, squeeze thumb together, and then just gently tap down and back up. Halfway. $18 and $20 there. All right, that felt a little bit better that time. Do our dead bug position, and we're going. And again, if you ever need modifications, feel free to type in the comment box. For some exercises, I'll show them. For a lot of these exercises, it's relatively easy to modify them. For the chest press, just do less weight. The glute bridge, lose the weight or do less weight. For the dead bug, you can always decrease your range of motion. So instead of doing this big leg extension, I can do just tapping my heel down. And we have one more on each side now. And that is group one. So group one, I made it so it was all on the ground. Group two, we are going to be in a little bit of a mixture, but mostly standing. So, bent over rows, hinge at the hip, weights at the side of the knee, right here. Pull the elbows past the body, right? Deadlifts, the same, almost same position, but we're going to be moving through it. So I hinge from the hips, slight bend at the knees, stand back up. Back stays nice and tall. Throughout the exercise, I just go through my range of motion. Then our shoulder taps, you can do from toes, touching opposite shoulder opposite, or you can go from the knees, all right? So I'm just going to use the same weights. That's why I chose a medium weight today, so I could do all of my exercises just with one set of dumbbells. But if I were, if I had access to more, I might be using a little bit of a heavier weight on the deadlifts. So chest is nice and tall, push my hips back, elbows past the body, looking straight ahead. The challenging thing in these ones was going to become the grip. Nice straight back. Stand up. Hinge from the hips, keep the weight close to the body. As low as you can go without losing form. More. Okay. Set our weights down. Check how we're doing on time. Okay, okay. We're going to our shoulder taps. That's one. Try not to rotate the hips. If you find yourself rotating from the hips, just widen your feet a little bit more. 5. Nice and controlled. Okay. Take a quick break. Grab some water. Take it out, stretch a little if you need to. Those first two exercises back to back are quite difficult. If you need to, I'll just demonstrate this quickly. If you need to make the bent over row easier, generally what I'll use is a surface. Well, that doesn't really show very well. Use this table. And then I will go single arm, and I'll support myself and do sort of a modified single bent arm row here. Show you like this, that's probably better. And that's a lot easier than just a regular bent over row. If you need some additional support, as always, you can always decrease the weight as well. But this position is like a moderately, intermediate exercise to get into this hinge bent over position. You need a bit of a base of a core. We're in a hinge, elbows past the body. Don't T-Rex with this. What I mean by that is we don't curl our arms up. We pull the elbows past the body. If you find yourself T-Rexing, drop the weight. And one more. Good. Stand up. In from the hips. Weight close to the body. Chest stays lifted. Nice straight back. It's a natural pace. Make sure that back is staying flat. And one more. Good. Set those off to the side. Again, you can do these from a modified position as well, where I'm going from the knees. When I go for the knees, I typically like to elevate my feet, and that just makes it so that my knees are the true pivot point. But if you want extra support, that will make it a little bit more supportive. And at any point in time, you can hop up. 7, you can hop down. 8. I really like the plank position because it's so easy to modify throughout. And you always want to try to make it so that you can do those 10 reps at almost like the hardest level. Oh, lost my camera here. We will fix that real quick. All right, that looks okay. I think. Sorry about those technical difficulties. So we have shoulder press, goblet squats, and side plank sweeps. So our shoulder press, if you find, and I would say this is probably most people, if your core is a little bit tired or your back is a little bit tired from that last group, we're going to take a staggered stance when we do our shoulder press. And that's just going to allow us a larger base of support, which will take some strain off the spine. And the shoulder press, you just stay in line with the ears, press straight up and down. Goblet squat, elbows tucked underneath, wrist stacked over top, chest stays lifted. You can always use a chair or a surface like a couch. I'm going to get a little cut off here, but you can sort of see as I, just use that couch to really reduce my range of motion. And then our side plank sweep. We're in a high side plank, sweep underneath, go over top. All right? Without further ado, we will get to her. So these will be heavy for your shoulder press. Saving the hardest for last here. So I'm going into that staggered stance. Press up. Keeping in line with those ears. full range of motion, which means my elbows go down to my shoulder level. And one more. Good. Drop one of these. Goblet position. Knees in line with the toes. Chin in line. Chin's in line with the spine. And 10. Right plank sweep. With my feet, I just have my left foot slightly in front of my right. Hand is under my shoulder. That's correct. Nine and 10 sides. This one you can do modified as well, and I'll show you that on the next group. And while this sweep does give a little bit of extra mobility, it's just more a way to ensure that I'm even on both sides, and I don't have to time out a side plank, but there's really not much more benefit to doing a regular side plank to a sweep. So if you want to do more time-based, you can. All right, that just leaves one more round. We're doing okay on time. We'll still have enough time for a cool down. Just gotta psych ourselves up a little bit. All right. Not going anywhere, so we'll just get her done. Taking a staggered stance. I'm going to go left foot back this time, just to be even. Nine and 10. Awesome. Really happy with those. Holding that dumbbell in the goblet nice and close to the body. In front of the hips. And then the knees, just like you're sitting in a chair. And stand up. Three more. And 10. Okay. So what do you do if it's very difficult for you to do those side planks, so you can't do the full 10? Well, you just dropped your knees, right? Same position. Went from the knees. Big sweep. At any point in time, just like the last one, is you can go, I'll just show in real time. Sorry for those people who are joining me in real time. Just had me pause there. You're probably done now. That's okay. Good. See, really easy to adjust that on the fly, right? So I'm in that modified position. I can just step out. I can step in. And I'm not really losing my rhythm. 9, and 10. Cool. All right, so we're just going to lie on our back, arms overhead in a Y, pressing the elbows into the ground. Excellent work. Just take a few deep breaths. Nice full 30-minute or full body 30-minute class. Very effective, I would say. Heart rate certainly climbed up. Cross our left leg over our right. Bring our right leg towards our chest. Left hand to the hole, right hand to the outside. Continue to pull that right knee towards the chest. Switch sides. Right hand to the outside. Left hand on the outside, pull left knee towards the chest. Sticking with that theme, I'm going to cross my left leg over my right leg stays straight. Left hand, I'm just trying to bring onto the floor on the left side of my torso with a straight arm. And I'm just pushing down on that right knee a little bit. Feeling that rotation in the upper back, low back. Feeling my chest open up. Switch sides. So now, the right leg comes across the body, left leg stays straight. Right arm is extended. And then I'm just pushing down on that left knee, feeling that rotation in my torso. I'm also looking towards my right hand right now, and that just assists with the rotation. Stretches out my cervical spine a little bit more. Okay. Slowly sit up. Go into our half kneel hip flexor stretch. So left leg's forward. My right knee is slightly behind my right hip, not completely stacked. Push the hip forward. Right arm in line with the right ear. Just feeling that stretch all the way down. Switch sides. Push the hips forward. Now what we're going to do is we're going to push our hips back, go into our child's pose, reaching the hands forward. And we'll just finish off with that calf to cow, nice and easy. Arch the spine up, put chin in. Spine neutral, looking straight ahead. As always, let me know what you liked about the class, what you didn't like, what you'd like to see more of, what you'd like to see less of. If you have any suggestions on how we can make things a little different, or maybe target an area that you want to work on a little bit more, we have no problem tailoring the classes to what you guys like to do. As always, I'm Dave. Any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to direct them my way. Hope you enjoyed class. Hope you have a wonderful day and the rest of your week. I will see you, I believe it is Friday morning, for a quick 15-minute stretch. Have a wonderful day.